I'm Dwight Gow and you're watching Newcastle Fan TV.
Hello everybody, so yeah, I've just gotten in, just literally, I thought I'd just get this video out straight away, hence the reason why I'm still holding the mic from fan cams. I don't know what to say it is, about that referee decision. If you've seen obviously the video of me and Will, I wasn't very happy earlier on. I wasn't very happy earlier on the ground either. You would have thought that Newcastle had been outplayed by the way I went on effing and blinding, but you know, we're going to start straight away. Normally we'll start with the lineup, so we're going to start straight away with the referee. Keith Stroud, I mean, I don't know what's worse, Steve Martin or Keith Stroud. Now, Steve Martin, it was when we were at Nottingham Forest, that he was sent off 2 players, probably because Henry Lansbury done him, but I feel that this one, Keith Stroud, is a worse refereeing decision than the other one because he's the referee who gave the penalty, take the penalty away and reward a free kick after consulting with his assistant referee. Steve Martin didn't when we were at the Forest. And then Keith Stroud awards a free kick the other way. I mean, what the hell was that all about? I mean, the Football League, the guys, the professional, whoever run the referees committee, Mike Riley and all his lot, the FA, even possibly in the Premier League, because you've got Premier League referees jumping down as well. They need to have a serious look. I mean, the Championship from Premier League is a massive gulf in refereeing for me. I've never seen so many poor decisions. In Newcastle, or top of the league, believe it or not. So people are saying, oh, you're only twisting because the referees. It's not top of the league. It's got nothing to do with that. The standard is awful. Absolutely awful. Even when games when we won, some of the decisions have been absolutely diabolical. They just need to have a look at that. I don't want to talk about too much about the referee. But if you guys in the comments box want to, fire away, I'm all for it. But you know, there's a game to play tonight. I believe it or not, we're all going to be talking about a statement about obviously Keith Stroud. But we'll come back to that in a second, and we'll also hear from Rafa and Matt Ritchie on audio. So the lineups. Let's begin with Burton. So this is how Burton lined up. They did the formation was spot on. I got a couple of players wrong in this, but they went for McLaughlin, and then it was Akins, Messinho, Brayford, Turner, Flanagan, Christensen, Murphy, Irvine, Sordell and Luke Varney up top. No particular order. Let's have a look at Newcastle. And it went with Darlow in goal, Anita right back, Lascelles and Bemba coming in. We'll talk about him in a moment. And then Dummett a left back, Ritchie on the right. Very, very happy to see Atsu come in. Left, Shelby in the middle, Diarme holding back. Very interesting there. President number 10 and Gale up top. Seen him for months, you know. I thought he had a solid game, very solid performance. Couple of shaky moments, but he done all right in general, you know. I think he's more the classier defender of all 4 that we've got, the central defenders. More Diarme playing that defensive midfield role. I thought he gives you more options going forward than what Jack Colback does. I think Colback does your nitty-gritty, where Diarme is your driving force, trying to get forward. Yes, it's not his natural position for Newcastle, but at home games, that's something I want to see in the future. Definitely. And then Atsu, for me, Rafa played him for the first 15-20 minutes on the left flank and then played the rest of the game on the right flank, whereas Ritchie excelled. The other hand, Atsu went down a level. He faded. It was quite disappointing. Yes, he was a threat, but his final end product let Newcastle down. Let's talk about the game. So we expect it to be pretty ugly, and yes, Newcastle had a lot of possession. I think it was something like 70%, 4 times the amount of shots at the end of the game, but we're waiting for that goal to come. I thought it hasn't come in the first 20 minutes, and then obviously the penalty incident after the half hour was just horrendous, man. It was, I know I've touched upon it, but the penalty that wasn't a penalty, so the atmosphere was kicking off as well. I mean, this was the penalty. I'll quickly show you. So this is the penalty. What happened?
What's going on? And he's given a free kick the other way. What? Press can't believe this. What is going on? What what is going on.
So like I said, if you want to go and check out the other video which is on the channel, it's on there as well. Absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. So we went into half-time, the referee's getting booed off. But we're saying, look, everybody was getting the phones out, checking the rules and all this around us and all that, and what Sky Sports and the BBC and everyone was saying. Came out and I thought, right, the mentality is just forget about that. You've now got to go and win the game. That's an incident that's happened. Go on and win the game. And it was pretty much all Newcastle, all second half. It was all dominating. Yes, you didn't really test the goalkeeper as much because Perez and Shelby went close. Ritchie had a drive that was saved as well, but Ritchie's goal was magnificent, man, wasn't it? Ritchie, 15 goals this season, man. It's absolutely magnificent from a predominantly right winger. And with his weak, I thought Ben's one top corner was a beautiful goal. I had a brilliant view from it from the Gallagher, because I'm slightly in the corner on the Gallagher. It was an absolutely marvellous goal. And then it was pretty much, I wouldn't say it was comfortable, but Burton only threatened to make Darlow do a save once, you know. But, you know, it was top of the league. Brighton have won, Huddersfield have won, Reading have won. So it's as you were in the table, as we'll have a look at the Premier League. See, I'm talking about the Premier League. Well, have a look at the Championship table. Look at that, man. Games are coming down now. Mathematically, Newcastle can't finish lower than 6th now in the Championship. So that Newcastle will win all, Newcastle will lose all their games, and all the other teams were to win, we would still finish 6th. But now the games are narrowing down. We've got a big one, Sheffield Wednesday. You know, they turned us over at St James's. That's a big one on Saturday. We'll obviously do a preview on that. But let's hear from Matt Ritchie and Rafa Benitez on audio about the game.
I just kicked the ball and obviously trying to score. I'm not sure, actually, obviously I didn't see what was going on behind me, but I've never seen what happened before. Normally when people are impeding and come in the box early, it's just a retake of the penalty. As I say, I've not seen what happened before. I'd probably be a little bit more annoyed about it if we didn't get the 3 points, but we've got the 3 points. We're top of the league again.
We want to know, what's your view on why that penalty wasn't allowed to be retaken? Have you had an explanation from the officials?
I will disappoint you because I want to talk about the game. I think that you have seen the incident. Everybody has seen what happened, and it was a strange decision, but that's it. So we scored a great goal. We won a difficult game. We are at the top of the table in our mini league. And that's it, so I am really pleased with the performance of the players, the way that we approached, because it was a difficult game and we needed to keep the ball and pass the ball. That's it, because I can be talking about the decision or not, but it will not change anything, so you have enough images and experts to talk about that.
Can we get just your opinion as a manager though, because we're all struggling to understand. Are you struggling to understand why it wasn't retaken?
That would be a way to give you my opinion, so I want to enjoy just the goal of Ritchie and the 3 points.
So they were quite perplexed about the referee. And talking about the referee, I've got the statement to read out here as my eyes can look over. So this is what the PGMOL, who are basically the governing body for the referees, Mike Riley's like the head of all that. They've actually admitted that the decision was wrong, which was fair, which is nice. They've turned around in the Championship game between Newcastle and Burton. Referee Keith Stroud awarded Newcastle a penalty in the 29th minute as Matt Ritchie took the kick. Dwight Gale encroached in the penalty area. An indirect free kick was given to Burton, but the laws of the game state that the penalty kick should be being retaken. Unfortunately, the referee has misapplied the law. Keith and his team are understandably upset at the lapse in concentration and apologise for the mistake. But for me, there's no excuse for that. You can't say, yes, it's nice to say sorry, but you're the referee, you're a professional referee, you're getting paid, they're well paid now, you know, referees. But we'll move on. We've got the 3 points, you know. I'm very happy about it. And of course, we've got the Sheffield Wednesday one. And if you want to have a look at all the fan cams and all that incident which I've mentioned, the penalty incident which we've got on the channel, go and check that out as well. And we've got highlights on there as well. Well, thank you very much for watching Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you later.